With the picturesque San Gabriel Mountains in the background, a look at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Miami Marlins and the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's Dodger baseball on the show, and it comes your way next. Hyun Jin Ryu gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, good thing for him that he's pitching at home. ERA has been great when he's toiling in his own ballpark.
D. Gordon will take his first swings here, and as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. Trying to bunt his way on to open the ball game, but he misses it for strike one. Eric, you look at your former employers, the Dodgers, as they enter play here tonight. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
And I think it's just going to be a matter of putting yesterday behind you. It wasn't their finest performance of the year, that's for sure, but they're capable of playing much better ball, and I think we'll see a sharper focus here in this one.
And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And that misses 2-2.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Fly ball to straightaway left. Crawford sprinting after it, makes the play, 1 away. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be watching the speedster, D. Gordon. He's a guy you cannot fall asleep on when he gets on board because he will run on you. He's in the top 5 in steals in the National League, and we'll see if he can add to his total in this one.
Ichiro Suzuki comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Ripped on the ground to first, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. And with that, let's look at how the Dodgers align on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 3-0 now.
And even on 3-0, it's no given that he's going to be taken up there. We've seen him go after pitches in this spot before. He's not going to hold back.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Kendrick's got it. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of him, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. And now Jose Fernandez. Martin Prado will stand in now. Still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Oh, I'll tell you, no hitter wants to go through a streak like this. Already the numbers don't look very good, and now he's hitless in his last 10.
Hit on the ground to short. Hernandez comes up with it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Well, and that's exactly what you want to do right there. Get yourself another ground ball, and that's a good way to start the second as he gets the easy ground out.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Sends it in the air to deep left field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
And this usually stems from a guy that's sitting on a fastball. So when he gets that changeup, normally he's so far out on his front foot, he'll just hook it foul. But instead, this time he's able to stay back, keep his hands back just long enough to keep this one fair right down the line.
Hard liner toward short. And they're going to hit the board first tonight as this ball's down for extra bases. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up, hack it. 1-0. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
1 out and a runner on second base. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Ethier's there. 2 down.
Batting 8.
JT Realmuto will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, kind of more of the same for him,
0-1,
guys.
no
I mean, you
strike.
can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Marlins get one here on a couple of hits. On now to the bottom of the second. The Marlins lead it. Stepping in, Hyun Jin Ryu. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Hyun Jin Ryu.
And he tries to hold back on the
0-1
swing, but
count.
I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. This Marlin ball club, Eric Karros, as they begin play here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And on top of that, they've already spotted their starter an early lead in this one, so they're going to let their guy work with the lead right away.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2. You figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. And once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
To short. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Some of our Jose Fernandez set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know, it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you, because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1.
Yep,
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
This guy is almost no threat up at the plate. I mean, you could get away with fastballs right down the middle if you wanted to.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. No leadoff walk just yet as that finds the strike zone, and the count comes full at 3-2.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
1 away here to begin the third.
Well, always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher, and he sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
D. Gordon will dig in now. A dangerous hitter indeed as the National League's reigning batting champion. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
He's gotten off to a really slow start here in April. Or maybe this can help him snap out of it. That's a sharp single there.
Ichiro Suzuki is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
And here you've got good speed on base and at the plate. So on a ground ball, it's not a foregone conclusion you're going to get an out anywhere.
Runners off for second. This one's flared out toward left. In there, a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single. So 1 out here with runners at first and third. And set to stand in the ultra-dangerous Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Hit on the ground to third. Turner's got it. Kendrick over to Gonzalez, and they get the double play they needed to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Martin Prado is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth. Ryu's ready. First pitch on the way.
Prado.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. The windup and the 0-1. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Marcell Ozuna. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Tap fouled at home plate. 0-2 count, and the pitch. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Ethier has it in his tracks, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the fourth. So those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ball game.
Chris Johnson stands in after hitting an RBI double his first time around. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Well, this guy has thrown a first pitch strike to about 50% of the batters he's faced. He's pitching well, but those numbers could be pumped up a little bit.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. On the move is Peterson, but this will land foul shy of the wall. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
And this guy won't lay down here because there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's putting up a good fight.
And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
And you can see the reaction on the mound. He's saying there is no way that pitch was outside. And it's a call I've got to have. Got to put that behind you, though, and move on.
Adeiny Echeverria is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. 2-0 now.
A couple of tight pitches here to start this at bat. You can't really say you're getting squeezed, but he's not really getting any help either.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Now batting, catcher.
JT Realmuto gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Scorched to third. Gloved by Turner. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Hyun Jin Ryu will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Hyun Jin Ryu.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
And we've seen guys swing at that 4-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Grounded to short. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Jose Fernandez will come forward now to start things out against his opposite number. And these two have matched each other pitch for pitch here through the first half or so of this ball game.
Yeah, I think we had an idea runs might be hard to come by. You know, maybe not this hard to come by, but both of these guys have been just about flawless.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, heading for second now. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double. D. Gordon will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. But this will land untouched. No one out with a runner at second. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Third double of the game for these guys as you see the comparison there. Hit out toward second. Gloved by Kendrick. Throw just does get him at first as he was really moving that time. Ichiro Suzuki will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Nope. Ball 1.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
Back goes Peterson, and that one is out of here. A 2-run shot that gives them the lead.
Up next for the Marlins, right fielder.
A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and it gives the Marlins a 3-1 lead. Giancarlo Stanton is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And the catch made out there by Ethier, and that's out number 2.
Boy, that's the kind of play where you take your hat off and you wipe the sweat off your brow, even if it's cold outside. This guy's getting hammered right now. He better figure out something quick.
Martin Prado stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. That's wide, 2-0. You get the sense he's starting to nibble a bit at the corners here, and that's something he wasn't doing earlier.
Yeah, and he sort of backed off the throttle a little bit, too. I'm wondering if that home...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. And if we had to single out one star from the Dodgers tonight, I think it would have to be this man, Adrian Gonzalez. Talk about a worthy recipient. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this